Welcome to MindGym, where we train your brain for a healthier, happier life. Today, we're diving into a topic that touches every single one of us. Parenting, not just the cute baby pictures and proud moments, but the profound, often invisible impact our actions have on the developing minds of our children. More than just memories, you know. We often think of childhood trauma or negative experiences as just bad memories. But what if I told you they're much more than that? They are invisible scars, etched not just on the heart, but directly into the very architecture of a child's brain. Imagine that for a moment. Your words, your reactions, your emotional climate at home. They aren't just influencing behavior, they're physically sculpting the brain of your child. A construction site, let's get a little scientific, but I promise to keep it fascinating. Think of a child's brain as a bustling construction site. Neurons, these tiny brain cells, are the workers, and they're constantly building connections, forming pathways, creating the superhighways of thought and emotion. This process, known as neuroplasticity, is incredible. It means the brain is constantly adapting, learning, and changing based on experience. Use it or lose it in the early years. A child's brain produces an explosion of connections, more than they'll ever need. Then, something called pruning happens. It's like a gardener trimming a bush. Connections that are used frequently become stronger, faster, more efficient. Those that aren't used get pruned away. This is where parenting comes in. If a child consistently experiences fear, criticism, or neglect, the neural pathways associated with stress, anxiety, and anger become overdeveloped and hyperresponsive. The pathways for calm, empathy, and positive connection, they might get pruned away or remain underdeveloped. Research in developmental neuroscience, as highlighted in books like The Whole Brain Child by Daniel Siegel and Tina Payne Bryson, shows us exactly how negative parenting cuts deep. Consistent yelling, shaming, invalidating emotions, or even just chronic unpredictability can lead to what psychologists call adverse childhood experiences, or AC. These aren't just psychological wounds. They leave a lasting physiological imprint. The child's stress response system, the fight-or-flight mechanism, becomes chronically activated, rewiring their brain to be constantly on alert. A delayed reaction now. Let's fast forward. That child grows up. They might seem fine on the surface, but those invisible scars are still there, influencing their adult life. Have you ever seen an adult suddenly burst into disproportionate anger over a minor issue, or struggle with close relationships, trust, or often these are the echoes of early experiences. Their brain, wired for defensiveness and anxiety in childhood, struggles to regulate emotions, express needs healthily, or form secure attachments as an adult. It's not a choice. It's a consequence of how their brain was shaped. A quote from a pioneer as the renowned child psychologist Alice Miller famously said, "What happened in the past is not the same as what is still happening. What is still happening is the effects of the past." This beautifully captures how childhood experiences don't just disappear. Their effects linger, manifesting in our adult personalities and behaviors. Speaking of childhood, my son asked me, "Dad, why do you have so much gray hair?" I said, "Well, every time you misbehave, I get another gray hair." He thought for a moment and then said, "Wow, Mom must have been really naughty when she was a kid." Pause for a chuckle. The good news: brains can heal. Neuroplasticity to the rescue, but here, the incredibly hopeful news. Thanks to that amazing neuroplasticity we talked about, brains can heal. We can create new pathways, strengthen positive connections, and even reprune old, unhelpful ones. It takes conscious effort, but it is absolutely possible to mitigate and even reverse some of these early imprints. Great parenting, even if you're course correcting, can make a child's future completely different. How do we do it? How do we become that great parent who helps sculpt a resilient, empathetic, and happy brain? Here are 4 transformative steps. Step 1. Mindful communication. Choose your words wisely. This is perhaps the most crucial. Every word you utter, every tone you use, is a building block or a sledgehammer to your child's brain. Instead of yelling, "You always do that. You're so messy." Try, I see the toys are still out. Let's work together to put them away. Focus on the behavior, not the child's character. Validation is key. When your child is upset, instead of saying, "Don't be sad, try. I see you're feeling really sad right now. It's okay to feel sad." This teaches them emotional intelligence. And so, remember, as Dr. MindGym, another influential child psychologist, said, children are like wet cement. Whatever falls on them makes an impression. Step 2. Emotional regulation model calm. Teach coping. You can't teach what you don't embody. When you get overwhelmed, how do you react? Do you yell? Do you withdraw? Our children are always watching. Model healthy ways to cope with stress. Take a deep breath. Use I statements. I'm feeling frustrated right now, and I need a moment to calm down. Teach them simple coping mechanisms. Deep breaths. Counting to 10. Stepping away. Help them label their emotions. Are you feeling angry? Sad? Frustrated? This builds their emotional vocabulary and gives them tools for life. Step 3. Secure attachment. Be their safe harbor. Children thrive when they feel secure and connected. This means being consistently responsive to their needs, both physical and emotional. When they cry, comfort them. When they're excited, share their joy. When they make a mistake, offer understanding and guidance, not harsh judgment. This doesn't mean being permissive. It means creating a consistent, predictable, and loving environment where they know they are safe and valued, no matter what. A secure attachment provides a buffer against life's inevitable stresses and fosters a resilient brain. Step 4. Growth mindset. Embrace mistakes as learning. Shift your perspective on mistakes and failures. Instead of punishing or shaming, view them as invaluable opportunities for growth. Oops, that didn't work out. What can we learn from this? What can we try differently next time? Encourage effort over outcome. Praise their persistence, their courage to try new things, even if they don't succeed immediately. This fosters a growth mindset, the belief that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work, which is absolutely crucial for building resilience and a positive set. It also encourages the brain to keep forming new, adaptive pathways. A different future, great parenting isn't about perfection. It's about conscious, loving effort. It's about understanding the profound science behind how you're shaping a human being. By choosing mindful communication, modeling emotional regulation, fostering secure attachment, and nurturing a growth mindset, you're not just raising a child, you're actively rewiring a brain for resilience, empathy, and lifelong well-being. You are literally making your child completely different, setting them on a path for a future filled with strength, connection, and joy. Thank you, and call to action. Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, please hit that like button, share it with other parents, and subscribe to MindGym here for more insights into training your brain for a better life. Your support helps us create more content like this. See you next time.